Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing a what sold video. I usually do two every week. I do one for Monday through Thursday and then I do another one for the weekend. So this is going to be my Monday through Thursday, which was April 17th through the 20th. Sales have been slow for a week now for me. So I've been watching other YouTubers who are really talking about the views and impressions and all of that stuff having issues on eBay. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't do anything about that. All I can do is keep listing, keep doing my end and sell similar, keep doing sales, keep doing promoted listings. I sound like a broken record, but we can only do what we can do. Hopefully it'll all get figured out soon. But I've noticed again, just this morning when I was listing, different screens are popping up. Different things are changing. So I know they're in there doing something. So it is what it is. So we just keep working. Somebody said, don't say you can't wait till it's fourth quarter to get all the sales because of all the work I'm doing, because then we're back into winter. Y'all, we can't get into spring here. We've had freeze warnings this week. I'm ready for spring, and then I'm ready for summer. All right, I think all I've been doing is listing my treasures from last weekend's estate sale. We were going to go to an estate sale today. We actually went to a yard sale, and then I just decided I'd rather come home and work on getting some videos together so that I can go ahead and keep processing that stuff. But this place that we wanted to go to this weekend, and we might still, it's an hour away from here, and the pictures are showing tons of dolls, which I'm not a doll person. I'm more into the plush, but I see some vintage plush like Care Bears and some Garfields, and in my mind I keep thinking there's probably other plush that they're not showing. But I've been burned on that thought before, because I went to an estate sale one time that was my thought, that I saw all this other vintage stuff. Yeah, they had plush totes and totes of Beanie Babies. So, but we might go on the half price day, because there were tons of Barbies, and I saw prices like $20 and $25 and $50 for the Barbies. So I can just imagine what they've got on some of the other stuff. All right, let's go ahead. I only have sales on two platforms, Poshmark and eBay. If you're new to my channel, I list everything on eBay, and then I use List Perfectly to cross list to Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark are my three right now. I've done others that I've went ahead and left already. But, eBay's always going to be my first and foremost platform, and it is the one that I have the most on. So I'm happy when I have other sales on the other platforms, but most of my sales are eBay. Poshmark. All of my clothes I also cross list to Poshmark, and I do well on both platforms, eBay and Poshmark. These are some Xanadu women's jeans sold for $18. Now, most of the jeans we pick up are usually $1 or $2 at yard sales, or we've purchased them at the Goodwill bins, which is pay by the pound. But we don't pay a lot, but we don't find big name brands. We find a lot of just, I think somebody referred to them like mall brands. But $18 for a pair of jeans is fine with me. Jellycat. This is Sapphire Dragon Green Teal Plush. I think I picked this up at a yard sale, so didn't pay much for it. Sold for $17. Express Men's Jeans. Sold for $24. That's definitely a brand that I at least check comps. I like the Express brand jeans. We've done well with them, but we don't find a whole lot of them. Gap Curvy Flare women's jeans. I know I watch several YouTubers who sell pretty much exclusively clothes, and a lot of them are talking about the wide leg and flare jeans is like it right now. These jeans sold for $14. And then a John Deere tractor plush pillow sold for $16 on Poshmark. And then this is Kalu Rouge brown teddy bear plush sold for $25. A lot of these I've probably picked up at the bins. Now, these, I went back and forth, and I may still be wrong. These are encrypted men's jean shorts. I don't know. I don't know if they were men's or women's. I listed them as men's. They sold for $12, but I already got a 5-star review. So obviously, if they were women's, they checked the measurements and knew that they were going to be the right size. But sometimes I struggle with whether things are men's or women's. Clothes are not our primary thing, obviously. And then these Bionic cork sandals sold for $22. And now eBay. All right, cloth teapot. I don't think it had a brand on it. This sold for $21.55. This has been listed probably over a year because of the way that I see the tape measure. I used to use just a tape measure. Now I have the measuring mat. And sometimes it ends up in my first picture. I'm not a big thing about white screens. You know, most of the screens are white. But if my mat's in the bottom. Red Dog, Dachshund, Plush, said Yuletide, Season's Greeting, and I think it must have said, oh, it says Yuletide Enterprises is the brand. It sold for best offer of $15. I love picking up vintage plush. It kind of reminds you of the Dream Pets, but it wasn't. I think that's what I thought it was when I picked it up. Now, this has been listed a very, very, very long time. I had it on Etsy also. I probably at some point should have redid the listing and split out the outfits. I think I purchased it this way and I just decided to keep it together. It was in an oversized box, which is why it took a while to sell. But I ended up taking a best offer of $35. It was just a vintage Cabbage Patch doll carrier, doll, and then it had an outfit on and had 2 extras. I talk about these a lot, especially at the bins. I tend to spend the time to pick up all the pieces and parts to these Fisher-Price Snap and Lock doll sets. This particular one is the Minnie Mouse one. There's a whole series. I think there's a Daisy Duck and everything in this series, but they also do dolls. This, I only had the 2 dolls. I think I have another lot that's probably 5 or 6 dolls, so the price has been upped for that, but I do really well with these. This sold for $22.45. This is TV Trading Company, definitely vintage. I like that brand. I think it was probably something that was sold through like Walmart and Kmart. But this was a white bear plush with the little red accents. Sold for $26.95. Winchester men's camo jacket. I've been trying to spend a week helping Robert get ahead with the pictures on a lot of the clothes that we have. We have so much clothes to get listed. This sold very quickly for $15 best offer. Thanks, Sherry. This is a viewer sale. Sherry has been very supportive of my eBay store and my channel by making comments, and she's almost always one of the first ones when we release a video. So just thank you, Sherry, always. She purchased a pair of sandals and a Gund American Eagle Moose plush. Total was $32.40. Carter's Pink Mouse Lovey. Y'all know me. I buy all loveys that I find for the most part, unless they're just really raggedy or very stained. I do well with Carter's. A lot of them are my bread and butter, but I do have some surprise finds in there sometimes. This particular lovey sold for $13.45. Lucky Brand men's jeans sold for $22.21. This is an Animal Alley purple elephant plush. It sold for my asking price of $19.95. It has been listed for a while, so this is one of those situations where I did end and sell similar, and it sold just like that. Love selling stuff at my full asking price. Dandy Rabbit Plush. This one was chocolate scented. A lot of times with the scented plush though, I tend to keep them separate because even though I pack them in poly bags, I don't want that smell getting on everything. Just a little reminder, especially like when you're dealing with scentsies and stuff like that. But I love picking up plush that still has the scent. If you end up washing them, they will lose their scent though. This one sold for $11.66. Mary Meyer Pink Rabbit Plush. I love that brand. Just very good quality. Sold for $22.45. I think I sold 2 parts to this system already. This is a Sunbeam Big Oscar food processor. I put the model on there. This is the chopping blade for it. It sold for $15. Flip-A-Zoo, I don't tend to buy them anymore. And there was a time when they did really well when they were just first coming out. But for the most part, these were probably picked up at the bins at some point. And they've been listed a while. But these two aren't the large ones that are like 15 inches long. These are 2 of the 8-inch. Sold for $9 best offer. IKEA Gray Cat Plush. This one was different. I had a hard time finding comps for it, but I think I ended up finding something on WorthPoint. This one has a little green bandana and is different than the other gray cat that's listed. So I kind of went a little high, didn't have tags, but IKEA, you know just based on the eyes a lot of times that it is IKEA. It sold for $22.45. Thai Pillow Pals, I tend to pick them up. Most of them are bread and butter, but it is one of the ties that I like. The Pillow Pals, did I say pets? Pillow Pals or the Fluffies I like. This one was from 1997, sold for $10. Levi's 505 straight women's jeans, sold for $16.29. Now, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping. So when I say it's sold for that, they also paid extra for shipping. So just to clarify that. American Eagle stretch denim jeans, sold for $13.21. Y'all, it's funny. I just started listing pretty regularly clothes. You know, sometimes it's just a couple a day. Sometimes I do 5 or 10. And as you can see, my clothing sales have started picking up. So definitely, I think when you list in different niches, sometimes it kind of makes the algorithm happy and they start selling some of the stuff in that particular niche. This is Eden Tan Bear Plush. It is also, I think it's more contemporary because it's learning curve also. I took a best offer of $35 for it. Now, this is from my online high bid estate sale I won almost 2 years ago. Still selling stuff every week from it. I swear, I don't have a whole lot left, but I'm still selling stuff. This was from 1998. It was still in its original bag. It's a Smucker's Quest for Camelot Dragon. Sold for $8.96. Gap women's jeans sold for $15.01. Animal Adventure from 2015. This is a yellow duck. Sold for $13.45. I just listed like 3 garbage bags full of Webkins. Most of them were without the code. So I just put them in lots of similar type. You know, I had dogs, I had wild animals, I had sea creatures. I considered these pets. These sold probably within a couple of days of listing. I took a best offer of $20 for the rabbit, guinea pig, and mouse. This is another viewer sale, so thank you so much, Kim. She bought these Nightmare Before Christmas slipper socks. I picked them up at the bins we're doing a little project that I haven't really talked about yet, but will be coming soon. And this was part of that haul. They sold for $7.15. So thank you again, Kim. This is Aurora Husky Wolf Dog Plush. These are the little they're like 5, 6, 7 inches tall. I talk about these a lot. They are mostly my bread and butter, but I sell the heck out of them. They're just the perfect size for a child to hold in their hand, and then mamas go looking for replacements and backups. So this one sold for $8.96. I purchased several Looney Tunes type pins at a yard sale one time. I think I picked up like 3 of them for $5 or something like that. I can't quite remember. I think this was the last one to sell. It's a 1.5 inch pin of the Tasmanian Devil, sold for $12.37. This is a stuffed animal house wolf plush. That's the brand, Stuffed Animal House. 7 inches, sold for $12.95. Schleich Apatosaurus dinosaur. This was long, like 13 inches. Love picking them up. Most of the time, just anything. The unicorns, the animals, all of it. I tend to do, bread and butter sells, but they sell very quickly for me. This one's not even been listed a month. Sold for $17.95. This is another one of the pieces for a Black & Decker shortcut food processor. This blade disc sold for $8.96. And then this is Wild Republic Shark Plush, 21 inches long, sold for $11.66. I list a lot of Wild Republic. I think it's a very good brand quality, and a lot of it is like lifelike or realistic looking animals. And then my best sell, I just talked about this recently in a haul because this is from the Goodwill bins, but I only got the base, the bottom part of it. I didn't have the dome on it, but I had the dome here. I must have picked it up at another Goodwill bins, and finally I was able to make a complete Pat Pat rocket for little Einsteins. This is the larger one that makes sounds and lights up and all of that. If you have figures to go with it, it does really well. And especially if you have like the little green screen computer thing, that's even more. But I just went ahead and listed this, and it sold very quickly without any of the accessories for $55.75. The little Einstein stuff, I probably need to include that in my next like brand video where I share stuff, because those tend to do very well. So if you see any of the figures or dolls or anything, definitely check comps, but more than likely it's something you need to pick up. All right, that was my Monday through Thursday sales. Usually we put this type of video out on Friday, and then Sunday we do the weekend sales. But Robert just sent me a message. I guess there's a little subdivision sale we're going to get ready to head to, so I'm not quite getting to work, but I am going sourcing. So that is the fun part of this job. But like always, we got to get the other stuff done too, right? You can't sell it if it's not listed. All right, bye.